Hey, welcome to the first episode of The Jewish Heart. My name is Obi. I've been spending about the last close to a year now building like a real personal relationship with Hashem, with God. And I wanted to share with people various experiences, advices I've gotten to build this personal connection with Hashem. And there's a lot of stuff out there if you want to learn how to be Jewish, you want to learn what to do, all those halachot, you can pick anything up and it'll teach you what to do. But it wasn't enough for me. I was looking to have that personal connection with Hashem and to take all the mitzvot, all the commandments back to the source, to use them in a way to get them to really build, to feel like Hashem is in my life, to feel like God is in my life. And I want to dedicate this channel to helping people achieve that, to giving advices that I've gotten that help me out with that. So the first thing that is definitely has helped me grow tremendously is this idea of Hitbodedut, of doing personal, private, just talking to Hashem in a language that you understand. And it's absolutely incredible what it can do. There's a lot of focus in Judaism on prayer, and I think it's one of the most difficult things that people can really use to the fullest, because a lot of it is in a language we don't really understand. And it's hard to build a relationship with words that you don't quite understand. And there's shacharit, mincha, arvit, there's all these long prayers, but we don't understand what we're saying. We don't understand the words. So of course they're important, but it's hard to build that relationship with Hashem off of these words that we don't really understand. For example, if you would go up to a girl in college and you want to start building a relationship with her, and so you go up to her and you pull out this like long beautiful poem. It's written in Italian, and it's a beautiful poem about her eyes are as blue as the ocean and her hair flows like waves. Some like really romantic poem in Italian, right? It's very awkward, very out of place, and it's not gonna do anything. It's not gonna work for you, and it's gonna feel weird. But if you would go up to the same girl and you would just sort of say, you start a small conversation, you say something she's wearing, or you talk about small things, about work, about school, and that's how you start to build a relationship. And then you just have all these little small conversations and you start to really build a relationship with them. And then let's say a month from now you would pull out that same beautiful poem written in Italian and you would read that to her. It would take your relationship up to the next level, but you can't build the relationship on that. And it's obviously a little bit different, but it's the same thing with Hashem. We're human beings. We know how to connect to people. We know how to build relationships through speech. It's just how we do it. And it's the same thing with Hashem, that we need to build a relationship with Him off of just personal speech. You need to talk to Hashem from like the way you would talk to a best friend, the way you would talk to anybody. And Hashem is both. He's our Father and He's our King. And with the prescribed prayers, we address Him as King. It's a very formal talk, and we dress up in a suit and you stand there with your feet together all straight. But to build the relationship, you need to just have a normal conversation with Him. Go out and go spend some time with Hashem. So the question is, what's the best thing to start to build this relationship? What kind of things do you want to be talking about? And the answer is, you want to find something off of your heart. You want to find, Rebbe Nachman of Breslev always talks about specifically talking off of your heart, talking off of something that you can really emotionally connect to and that you can be sincere with, because you're trying to build a real relationship with Him. And take something that's we all have something in our lives that's very personal that we don't necessarily know what to do with. And there's a reason that Hashem gives us these very personal, these difficulties that hit us in the hardest point. I remember when I first started doing Hitbodedut, within the first couple weeks, Hashem introduced something to my life that was incredibly emotionally difficult, and I was frustrated. Like, why does it have to be exactly this? This, it could have been anything else. Let it be money, let it be pain, physical pain, let it be, but it had to be something that really got to the deepest part of me. And I realized that it was the biggest gift, that Hashem was giving me something incredibly real that I could talk to Him about, something that I could open up my heart to him and not just talk to him about this issue, or to really talk to him about something that was hurting me in the deepest part of who I am. And so look inside and find that something that you can talk to Hashem and open up your heart to him. And there's a lot of people get confused because we say like, okay, go out and talk to Hashem, go out to the forest or the field or somewhere quiet, your room, your porch, and go talk to Hashem. It's all well and good, but you can't have how do you have a one-sided conversation with somebody? And that's this idea of find something very personal that you can talk about, and if you want Hashem to answer back. So right now, let's say you have a conversation, an intelligent conversation with somebody, and you're saying your knowledge and he's saying his knowledge, and you're having a conversation between you're saying something off of your brain and talking, and he's saying something off of his brain and answering back, and you're talking between your heads. But with Hashem, if you open up your heart to him, what you're looking for is we're looking for this feeling. We're looking for that feeling of connection to him. We're not looking for an answer. We're not looking for a voice coming down from heaven and talking to us like a friend. We're looking for that feeling of connection. So if you find something that's on your heart, really deep in there, and you open that up to Hashem, so he can answer back with a feeling. If you share him your feelings, he doesn't need to answer back with words. He'll answer back your feelings, and you'll be able to feel that. So the best thing to start with is to find something that you can really talk to him sincerely about. Alright, so I want to give you a practical example of how the first thing I did when I started Hitbodedut, because it's all nice, you can hear about all these wonderful things and it sounds so beautiful, but to actually, when it comes down to it and you want to start getting the words out, again, you just don't know where to start. So I want to share with you the first thing. This was the first time where I really did Hitbodedut, knowing that I was intentionally going to talk to Hashem. And I actually started with this. A friend of mine had been talking to me about it in the yeshiva I went to. He told me about it. It sounded kind of, I was open to it. I don't think I ever would have gone and started myself, but he took me and he's like, hey, I'm actually going to the forest right now. Do you have anything going on for the next hour? And I said, no, I'm happy to come. So I walked with him. We talked on the way to the forest. And then we split up, and I went to one place and he went to the other place, and I was sitting there in the middle of the forest waiting to talk to Hashem, and I had no idea what to say. And I opened up with this. I just started talking like this. I said, Hashem, I just met somebody who told me to start talking to you in English. Honestly, it feels kind of weird to do this, but here it goes. The hardest part of doing anything is starting it. So at the end of this video, I'm going to try to include a couple minutes of just a blank screen, so you can just start right now instead of moving on and clicking in the next video. Just stay with the video on the blank screen for a minute and try talking to Hashem, and start with these words, just like this: Hashem, Abba, Father, whatever you feel comfortable and personal with. I personally like the word Hashem. I don't know, I connect with it. So start with saying, Hashem, I just watched a video online. Somebody told me the beauty and importance of talking to you just like I would talk to a friend, and I want to try it. And please, I don't know what to say. You give me the words to say. And that's the beauty, is that Hashem's good for everything. We can ask for anything from Hashem. We can also ask for the words to speak to him, because everything comes from him, even the words that we say. So you can start, Hashem, Father, I would love I want to build a relationship with you. I just watched a video of how important it is to talk to you. Please give me the words, and then just start talking off of your heart, just like that. Give me the words to say to you. I'd love to. I want to build a relationship with you. Help me build a relationship. You can talk about how you feel distant, how you feel close, and why it's important to you. Hashem, I want to be close to you because I feel like there's something missing in my life, and I know that this is going to fill that. And you can go in that direction, or you can go in whatever's like really personal to you, and start with these words. Hashem, I just watched a video online of the importance of talking to you, and I want to try it. So please give me the words to say to you, and then just continue with whatever comes to your mind. Try it.